Nelsonville-York. Jeremy Warren back deep for the Buckeyes. Kicking it away is Heath McCarthy for the Green Wave, and Jeremy Warren takes it at the 12-yard line, brings it to this side of the field, and a nice open field tackle right around the 24, and that's where the Buckeyes will have a 1st and 10.
Yeah, Kyle Gibson on a tackle, nice open field tackle for the Green Wave, and that was one of the bright spots I thought last week for the Buckeyes. Jeremy Warren had a great overall night, returning kickoffs and punts for the Buckeyes, and Green Wave this time got down, and like I said, they got the ball at the 24-yard line, so it's not that bad a starting field position for the Buckeyes.
Hunter Edwards at quarterback for the Buckeyes. Nelsonville-York out of the power I. 1st and 10 from their own 24. First play of the ball game. Jeremy Warren in motion left. Handoff goes to Alex Mount, comes to this side, some running room, and Mount breaks a tackle and is ridden out of bounds at the Buckeye 47.
Well, that's a great way to start this game, and I'll tell you, Alex, you like that aggressive run that our tailback has. Had to get pushed out of bounds after a nice gain, and right now, if you look at Newark Catholic's defense, that first series, 4-man front. I wouldn't be surprised here before long if you see them linebackers creep up and go more of a 5-6-man front.
First down Buckeyes, about a 24-yard gain for Alex Mount on the initial play of this game. Mount last week, 24 carries and 160 yards and a touchdown against the Tomcats. Buckeyes 2 receivers on each side with Noah Andrews, the lone back. Edwards under center. Handoff goes to Andrews. He has some running room. Now flag comes in. Hard running by Noah Andrews inside the 35 to the 34, the Green Wave. But again, a flag is down at midfield.
It does look like a block below the waist by the Buckeyes. It was right at the line of scrimmage. Nice inside trap that time by the Buckeyes.
5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
It's the Buckeyes with the 5-yard penalty. And actually, they're going to spot that back at the 38.
Yeah, at the
33-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and 25.
Yeah, I was when he said 5 yards, it kind of threw me there for a second.
So the Buckeyes out of the power I. First down on about 25. Play action coming around this side is Hunter Edwards, and the Green Wave covered up pretty well. Hunter Edwards able to pick up 2 or 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, West Jordan pushed him out of bounds, and last week we got to see Hunter run a lot of the what we call hug plays. This time, this week they're bringing him more of a bootleg type play, trying to get him outside.
Hunter had 9 carries for 30 yards last week against Trimble. Buckeyes now a 2nd down. And about 21 to go. Out of the power I on their own 37. Edwards takes a snap, hands it off to Mount, cuts it up the middle of the field. Alex Mount will take it all the way out to the 48-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage, will bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Whitaker on that tackle. And once again, the Buckeyes, I'll tell you, if they stay in the power formation and the Green Wave want to stay in a 4-4, it's to our advantage right now because up front we are doing the job.
3rd down and about 11 for the Buckeyes, just across their own 47. 2 receivers on each side. Handoff, Andrews up the middle, and he's going to have the 1st down at the Newark Catholic 40.
And tell you, this is just what I keep going back to, and right now that middle is completely open, and that's where you want your fullback to run. And when they ran that inside trap that got the penalty called on them, basically same play, just didn't trap that time. So nice blocking up front by the Buckeyes.
1st and 10, Nelsonville-York at the Green Wave 40, initial drive of this game. Wearing in motion left. Hand off to Alex Mount. Steps to the outside. And he'll take it to the 36-yard line as he picks up 4.
Yeah, a little misdirection play there, backside trap after faking that ball went to Andrews and Miller on the tackle for the Green Wave, and nice 4-yard gain there for Mount.
Buckeyes on offense starting at left end, 23, Aaron Davis. Left tackle, 67, Cameron Mount. Left guard, 64, Paul Varner. Center is 59, Jay Elliott. Right guard, 62, Matt Carter. Hunter Edwards takes a snap. It's a quarterback draw. Edwards across the 30, and he'll take it inside the 25 to about the 23. A gain of 13 and a Buckeye first down.
Tell you, right now the Buckeyes can almost run anything they want in the middle of that football field. That time when you spread it out like that, them outside backers and everything have to go out and cover, and it just leaves that 1 to 2 linebackers in the middle of the field.
Again, Matt Carter at right guard, 62. Patrick McQuaid, number 77 at right tackle. Right end, number 10, Dakota Mays. Buckeyes out of the eye. Alex Mount takes a handoff and takes it right up the gut and takes it to the 16-yard line, a gain of 6.
And we like seeing that line up front, moving them back. That D line, just keep moving them back. Jordan again on that tackle for the Green Wave. And tell you right now, the Buckeye line is definitely doing their job.
Wing back for the Buckeyes, 22, Jeremy Warren. The fullback, 48, Noah Andrews. Alex Mount, number 1, the tailback. And at quarterback, Hunter Edwards, number 8. Buckeyes second down and about 4 at the Newark Catholic 16. We're in motion, handoff to Noah Andrews, has some running room again, takes it inside the 10, and the Buckeyes are going to have a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line of Newark Catholic on this initial drive of the game.
Yeah, nice drive here. This is a great way to open up this game for the Buckeyes. And like I said, Noah Andrews, nice 6-7-yard run there to pick up that 1st down.
And they spot it right at the 10-yard line, so the Buckeyes have the full 10 to go. 1st and goal for Nelsonville-York, 8:35 to play in the first quarter, no score. Hunter Edwards under center at quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off around the left side. Jeremy Warren trying to break a tackle, takes it back to the right side. And he's going to get it to about the 15, but that's going to be about a 5-yard loss for the Buckeyes. They're going to spot it at the 14, I believe.
I tell you, there was one guy left for the Green Wave. Miller, trailing backside, was able to pick that up. If he could have got by him, I think there was about 6 Buckeyes there ready to make blocks, and 5-yard loss that time for Nelsonville-York.
So Buckeyes 2nd and goal just inside the 15-yard line of Newark Catholic. 2 receivers on each side. Andrews takes a handoff up the middle, has some running room. Noah Andrews down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, Booker on that tackle, and I tell you, Andrews come up just 1 yard short, but right now up front, the Buckeyes are doing a great job in the middle of that football field.
Buckeyes 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line of Newark Catholic, out of the eye. Andrews takes the handoff, and they're going to say he was down just short of the goal line, about a foot away, so it's 4th and goal for the Buckeyes.
Hey, that was Cavaney in there on the tackle, and he's one of the big boys up front for Newark Catholic. He's 6'6". They talked earlier. I've been reading a lot of stuff on the Green Wave. They're not real big, but they're really fast up front. And right now, our big offensive line is just doing a good job.
So 4th and goal for the Buckeyes. Handoff Alex Mount, and I don't think he made it. And he didn't. The Green Wave has held inside the 1-yard line. So they'll take over on downs inside their own 1 with 6:38 to play in the first quarter. No score here at Boston Field.
Connor Shannon was in on that tackle first, and that was one of the first times they were able actually to clog up the middle of that football field and stop Alex.
So the Green Wave with their first possession. Jack Wallenberg at quarterback. Handoff to the running back, and he's hit immediately.
Tell you, that's awful close to it. He just barely made it back to that line of scrimmage. And
they will spot it right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. The Green Wave inside their own 1 yard line.
I tell you, when you got the ball that deep, it looked like Newark Catholic was in an I formation, gave it to the deep guy. That's got to be your sneak or your fullback play there, and he just barely made it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the quarterback will keep it on the left side and not much doing. He gets it to the 1 yard line, and that'll be it. It'll be third down. Third and long. About third down and 9.5 yards to go for the Green Wave, and unless they can get some breathing room,
we got some clock issues right now, and
the scoreboard has gone off here at Boston Field. So we have an official timeout. No score in this game here in the first quarter. Third down, about 9.5 yards to go for Newark Catholic, back on their own 1 yard line. Buckeyes hoping to hold here and get great field position. Wallenberg, quarterback, hands it off to the tailback, and he has some running room. He's got the first down out to the 14 yard line.
Tell you, and that was a great. Tell you, Nungester was able to get his hand in there just in time, or Jordan would have been gone.
Wes Jordan on the carry. He had 15 carries for 53 yards last week against Portsmouth West. So the Green Wave get a little breathing room. They have it on their own 14 yard line, first down and 10. Again, Jack Wallenberg at quarterback. Hands it off. Short gain on the play, maybe 3 out to the 17.
And Talbert on that tackle, and we'll probably see a little bit more of that wing T now, being really conservative early when they had the ball so far back, stuck inside the 5 yard line. So we'll probably see a little more of that wing T now that they're out here close to the 20.
4:56 to play in the opening quarter here at Boston Field. Second game of the season. Warm day here in Southeast Ohio. The Green Wave second down and 7 on their own 17 yard line. No score, 4:40 to play in the first quarter. And Wallenberg is hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss back at the original line of scrimmage at the 14.
Hey, no, Andrews all over it. He read that play perfect. That was an option play. He faked that dive into that fullback and pulled it out and nowhere to run. Andrews stayed home and it made a great tackle.
So it's 3rd and 10 now for the Green Wave. See if the Buckeyes can hold this time. Of course, the Green Wave had about a 3rd and 10 back on their own 1, and they picked up the first down moments ago. 3rd and 10 from their own 14. Wallenberg back to pass, looking to throw, does so, and Jeremy Warren in coverage, and he knocks it away incomplete.
A ball attended over there for number 32, and that's Lewis. Nice coverage there by Jeremy Warren. Last week, Newark Catholic did not throw the ball but maybe 3 times, so, we can definitely play that run, especially when you got Warren back there that can cover probably their best wideout.
I believe Jack Wallenberg, the quarterback this year, was a receiver last year. Moved over to the quarterback position for the Green Wave. So it's 4th and 10. The Green Wave back on their own 14. Buckeyes looking to get great field position. Jeremy Warren standing at the Buckeye 45. High snap, and it's over his head, and that will be a safety. So the Buckeyes will lead 2-0, and the Green Wave will have to punt it away from their own 20-yard line, give the Buckeyes the football.
Hey, now the Buckeyes need to put a good drive here. They drove the ball real well that first series and just came up basically about 6 inches short. So we need to put a good drive here together and capitalize on this turnover.
Buckeyes lead 2-0, 3:55 to play in the first quarter. Nick Cavaney will do the kicking for Newark Catholic from the Green Wave 20. Jeremy Warren back deep for the Buckeyes.
Once again, we should get great field position out of this safety.
Cavaney punts it away, coming towards Jeremy Warren at the 35, crosses the Buckeye 40, the 45, brings it to this side, And crosses midfield at the 40 and knocked out of bounds at the 37-yard line of the Green Wave.
Hey, Kyle Gibson saved a touchdown, and that's, like I said, that's what we did very well last week against the Tomcats, and it's great to see we're carrying it over into this game too.
They spotted at the Newark Catholic 36. Buckeyes 1st and 10. 3:47 to play in the first quarter. The Buckeyes with a 2-0 lead on the safety. Two receivers on each side. Andrews the lone back. He'll take the handoff straight up the middle, and he'll dive down to about the 31-yard line, a gain of about 5.
Tell you, Willis in there on that tackle, and he's able to trip him up. But they came back. Buckeyes came back with that inside trap, which, I tell you, I like the spread offense a little bit here against the Green Wave, because it moves all those outside linebackers out, and it's just basically one-on-one blocking up front.
Buckeyes out of the eye. Andrews at fullback, Mount at tailback. Edwards takes the snap, pitches it out to Alex Mount, brings it to the right side and takes it down to the 25-yard line, a gain of 6 and a Buckeye first down.
Yeah. Galecki on the tackle, and it looks like that, like you said, that is enough for the first down. And I'll tell you right now, the Buckeyes have really not had a problem moving the football. I mean, we moved it really well the first series, and we're doing it again here. We just need to make sure we get it in the end zone.
Again, the Buckeyes drove down and had it down to the 1 when they got held. And then the Buckeyes eventually held Newark Catholic to punt the ball, and they snapped it over the punter's head for a safety. Edwards takes a snap, keeps it himself on the right side. And he'll get it down to about the 21-yard line, a gain of 3 with 2:42 to play in the first quarter. Second down and about 7 for Nelsonville-York.
It looks like the Buckeyes were, they faked that inside run that time to Andrews, trying to pull that inside backer out, but it was not outside linebacker stayed home, made a nice tackle on Edwards.
2nd and 7 for the Buckeyes at the 21 of the Green Wave. Wearing in motion left. Pitch out comes to this side. Alex Mount hops over a would-be tackler and takes it down to about the 12-yard line. That's a Buckeye first down.
Jordan again on that tackle, and he's had a lot of tackles so far for the Green Wave, and it's a bad thing, because he's sitting back 7-8 yards off that line of scrimmage, and that's where he's making the tackles.
Again, as we mentioned last week, Newark Catholic only threw the ball 4 times against Portsmouth West, and right now, the way the Buckeyes look on the ground, they may not throw it that many times. Hand off to this side, Jeremy Warren. He gets it inside the 10, but then that's about it. He gets it to the 9, a gain of 3. The Buckeyes will have a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Willis from that defensive tackle position was able to clog that middle up and make that tackle. 3-yard gain that time for the Buckeyes, and nice second down and 7-8 yards to go here.
Buckeyes at the 9. Again, Nelsonville-York. They can get a first down at the 2-yard line. Minute 18, clock is running here in the first quarter. Buckeyes up 2-0. Edwards takes a snap, pitches it out to Alex Mount, and he'll go down after a short gain, picks up a couple to about, actually a 1-yard gain to the 8-yard line.
And he's tackled in there by Shannon and Jordan.
So Buckeyes now facing a 3rd down situation.
Hey, it seems like this is where the Green Wave have really started. When their backs are against the wall, the defense kind of steps up a little bit, and the Buckeyes have had their ways inside the 20s. 3rd
down and about 7. Play action. Edwards looking to throw. Now he'll run with it. Edwards will take it down about the 6-yard line. And the clock running at 25 seconds. The Buckeyes will probably let this quarter expire to talk over the 4th down play. It'll be 4th down and about 4.
And, that was a good decision by Hunter, and that's a play that comes with maturity. All of his receivers are covered. He saw that backside hole and is able to get what he could get out of it. So, hats off there. That's a good play by the sophomore quarterback. Clock
running down at 2 seconds, and that will do it for the first quarter. Here at Boston Field at Nelsonville-York High School, the Buckeyes leading Newark Catholic 2-0. as we begin the second quarter of play. Buckeyes with a 4th down. They will go for it. 4th down and about 4 at the 6-yard line. They got to get to the 2 for a first down. Buckeyes out of the eye. Edwards takes a snap, pitches it out to Alex Mount on the left side. Cuts it up, touchdown Buckeyes!
Hey, that's great blocking on the end there. The double team was good double team. 2 lead blockers, fullback and our guard pulled out there. I tell you, great running by Alex. Get behind them guys and go right into the end zone.
So the Buckeyes up 8-0 now, and freshman Garrett Maiden will attempt the point after touchdown. If he can knock it through, Buckeyes will have a 2-score lead as we begin the second quarter of play.
Tell you, last week Maiden 2 for 2 on his tries, and this is always a huge part of your game.
Jeremy Warren holding. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 11:53 to play in the second quarter. Nelsonville-York 9, Newark Catholic 0. Dakota Mays will kick it away for Nelsonville-York. The approach and the kick. A short kick comes to this side, taken by Nutman at the 34, and he'll take it out to the 43-yard line.
Hey, not only did Mays kick, he also got downfield first, made a tackle.
So the Raiders will have the Green Wave will have a first down and 10 on their own 44, so their second possession's a little bit better than their first starting position back at the 1. Hand off to the second man through, and the Buckeyes right there. Short gain on the play. Gain of about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, it's Wes Jordan again on the carry. And tell you right now, Green Wave, looks more like an I backfield than the wing T. And we saw Justice Jenkins last week, so they're not going to be able to throw anything at us any better than Justice Jenkins. And I tell you, we've done good so far on that front line of keeping Jordan in control.
Second down and about 9. Handoff on the right side. Running back has room. That's Jordan. Wes Jordan takes it to this side, and he's taken down at the Buckeye 20.
That's that read option again there, and this time he gave it to the fullback. He reads that defensive end, and depending on where that defensive end is, that's what happens with the ball. And tell you, a nice long run by Donovan Ross coming all the way from backside all the way over to make that tackle. And as soon as I talk about having Jordan closed up, he rips off a big run.
So first down and 10 at the Buckeye 19 for the Green Wave. They trail the Buckeyes 9-0, 10:54 to play in the first half. Handoff on the right side. Running back trying to spin away. He'll be taken down right around the 14-yard line. That was Blake Baker.
Yeah, Baker at time from the I backfield, and looks like Mays and number 1 in their mount on tackle for the Buckeyes. Nice 6-yard gain that time for the Green Wave.
Second down and about 4. Ball spotted right around the Buckeye 14. Wallenberg at quarterback under center. Takes a snap, hands it off on the left side. The ball's loose, and the Buckeyes are all over it. Buckeyes will have it on their own 12-yard line.
Hey, that was Jordan again. I'll tell you, someone put a monster hit on him and just knocked that ball up.
I believe Donovan Ross recovered that fumble.
I see him hit David Ray on the helmet. He might have been the one with the initial hit, and I'm telling you, it really jolted Jordan that time.
So the Buckeyes take over on their own 12-yard line, leading 9-0 with 10 minutes, 10 seconds to play before halftime. Buckeyes 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Out of the eye. Hunter Edwards at quarterback, New Andrews at fullback, Alex Mount at tailback, and Mount will take the carry. Trying to break away. Nice hard running by Alex Mount. He'll take it out to about the 17-yard line, picks up close to 5.
Yeah, and that was Baker on the tackle for Newark Catholic. And right now, say earlier we've had some great success, good runs on the inside of them tackles. and we'll take a 5-yard run anytime.
Buckeyes 2nd and 5 on their own 17. Buckeyes out of the eye once again. Edwards takes a snap, hands it off, and Mount will go down after a gain of 1 out to the 18. So the Buckeyes will have a 3rd and 4.
Tell you, Willis that time, he was able to get some depth back in that backfield. We looked like we were trying to trap this side, and our pull and guard kind of got knocked off route. And he was able to keep Mount from breaking it loose.
.905, clock is running here in the second quarter. Buckeyes a 3rd down and 4 on their own 18-yard line. Hunter Edwards out of the shotgun. And we have a timeout called by the Buckeyes. 8:52 to play in the second quarter, 9-0 Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes 3rd and 4 from their own 18-yard line. Hunter Edwards under center. Warren in motion. Pitch out goes to Warren on the left side, cuts it up. Jeremy Warren diving forward. I believe he's got the first down.
He put his hand down and was able to push himself another yard. And tell you,
and a late flag comes in. Warren did pick up the first down. And it's just a sideline warning on Newark Catholic. So there'll be no mark off on that. Buckeyes picked up the first down. 1st and 10 on their own 23-yard line. 8:46 to play in the second quarter. Of course, the Buckeyes sporting those new brown helmets this year. The brown helmets with a chrome orange NY, and they look pretty sharp.
Tell you, and tonight all dressed in brown. Tell you that brown always when you're all in one color, it definitely makes you look bigger. And
Edwards now quarterback draw. And he'll cross the 25 and get knocked down at the 26 as he picks up about 3.
Yeah, he's sitting there by Nick Franks. Gain of about, like you said, 2-3 yards. And
a lot of beautiful setting here at Boston Field, here at Nelsonville-York High School.
I tell you, it's definitely cooled off a little bit. I tell you earlier, 6:30, it was miserable out here with the heat, and I couldn't imagine what it was like on the field. But it's definitely started cooling off a little bit.
2nd and 7 for Nelsonville-York. Handoff, no. Hunter Edwards keeps it himself around the right side. And he'll get knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 10 and a Nelsonville-York first down.
Yeah, Goodman pushed him out of bounds, and plays like that are successful when your inside running game is working. And right now, Andrews and Mount have both had nice gains inside those tackles, and that's what opens it up, because your linebackers and everything have to freeze to protect that inside run, and that gives you your quarterback that opportunity to use the speed and get outside.
First down and 10 Buckeyes on their own 36-yard line. Out of the power eye. Handoff Alex Mount up the middle of the field, and he'll take it out to the 43-yard line as he picks up 7.
Tell you, and when you look at Alex when he gets the ball, you don't realize just how fast he's moving on the interior of that line. It's kind of deceiving before you look at it, before you see him when he gets that ball, and all of a sudden he's 4 yards downfield, and before he's even getting hit.
Second down and 3. Buckeyes on their own 43 out of the power eye. Handoff to Mount once again. Kicks it to the left side. And he'll get it to the 45, and then he's driven backwards. He'll be 1 yard shy of a first down.
Okay, that time it looked like hole on this side was the Green Wave did a good job of pushing him backside and let the rest of the defense make the tackle. And Franks and on the Green Wave and Cavaney also on that tackle. And now we have a short 3rd down and half a yard to go here for the Buckeyes.
6:40 to play. Clock running here in the second quarter. Still plenty of time for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, these are definitely where you like either your quarterback sneak or you like Andrews. Andrews has that nasty fullback mentality, and that's why you like to see get the ball right here.
Hand off to Andrews. He's got the first down, and Power running by Noah Andrews as he takes it into green wave territory to the 48. A Nelsonville-York first down.
Yeah, and like I said, that's your fullback right there. You know, he just ran completely over top of number 10, and Andrews, you know, he's sitting in there at close to 200 pounds, and he's a lot faster than you think. When he gets out in that open, you've got to get low on him. You got to get them shoulders down, or that's right there is what will happen to you.
Of course, Noah Andrews very strong. As a freshman last year, he won the TVC Ohio in the shot put. Out of the eye, pitch out comes to Alex Mount this side. Mount with some running room. Takes it inside the 40, gets knocked down at the 39 of Newark Catholic. It's a 9-yard gain.
Tell you, Roush on that tackle. And this is what we talked about earlier. The Buckeyes have done a great job up front getting on their blocks. We've been doing it from the 20 to the 20. We definitely got to, you know, get that touchdown on these nice long drives. And, you know, we don't want to use up all this clock and not get something out of it.
First down, Buckeyes at the 38 of Newark Catholic. 2 receivers on each side. Noah Andrews, the lone back behind Hunter Edwards, the quarterback. He'll take the handoff. Andrews does. Breaks a tackle. Noah Andrews down to the 30-yard line. He picks up about 8 yards. Second down and 2.
Hey, Roush again on a saving tackle there. And
Buckeyes really controlling the ball. Clock running. 5:24 to play in the first half. And a timeout is taken on the field. 5:24 to play here in the second quarter. The Buckeyes lead 9-0. Newark Catholics only had the ball twice in this game offensively.
Yeah, and I mean, in all honesty, I'm really surprised. You know, when you see a power running game coming at you, you know, Trimble's is always good at it. They bring in linebackers up. They stack out line of scrimmage. When you're running a 4-4 defense and you got a power game at you, if you don't have those monsters up front, if you don't have them monster linebackers and defensive linemen, man, you got to switch over. And right now they're just sitting back there and letting the Buckeyes have at it.
Of course, it all starts up front. Again, we mentioned the starting lineup tonight. Offensively for the Buckeyes, you look at left end, Aaron Davis. Left tackle, Cameron Mount. Left guard, Paul Varner. Center, Jay Elliott. Right guard, Matt Carter. Right tackle, Patrick McQuaid. And right end, Dakota Mays. And they're controlling the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and you know, and all those people you mentioned, there's 4 seniors up there. There's a lot of experience on that front line, and this is what we expect out of a Dave Boston type offense. If you're going to run power, you got to have some senior leadership up there, and those 4 are doing it.
Second down and 2 for the Buckeyes out of the tee. Edwards will keep it himself. And he's still going. Hunter Edwards broke a tackle and took it down to the 23. That's a gain of 7 and a Buckeye first down.
And he got behind. Basically, he had 3 lead blockers on that, and was able to just kind of stay right behind him. And I don't think the Green Wave actually saw him. And like you said, he almost one hit away from taking it in the end zone.
Buckeyes first down and 10 at the Green Wave 23. The receivers split out on each side. Out of the eye, handoff, no Andrews, straight up the middle. Andrews running hard down to the 11-yard line.
You know, we just talked about that front line being doing such a good job at time, but Ethan McCombs that time from that guard position drove his man 6-7 yards down the field.
And Noah Andrews, as he came back to the huddle, was shaking the hands of those offensive linemen. Buckeyes out of the eye. It's first down and 10, right around the 11. Hand off to Alex Mount. This time the Green Wave will take Mount down right around the line of scrimmage. May have been a half-yard loss.
Yeah, I tell you, that time they a little stun up front by them linebackers, and they was able to get to Mount a little bit quicker. And that might be the type of stuff they're going to have to do if they're going to try to stop this running game and stay back in that 4-4 defense.
No gain on the play. Buckeyes second down and 10 on their own, or on the Newark Catholic 12-yard line. Out of the eye, a receiver on each side. Edwards takes a snap, fakes a pitch, runs it himself around the right side, and he'll go down. And that looks like that's a loss on the play back to the 13. So the Buckeyes will have a 3rd and 11 back at the 13.
Baker on that push, and I think that's more just of a quarterback sweep here, getting your two running backs out in front.
So the Buckeyes just inside their own, the Newark Catholic 14, now facing a 3rd down and about 11. Out of the eye, a receiver on each side. 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. Buckeyes up 9-0. Edwards takes a snap, looking to throw, throws a slant, and it's a little bit behind the intended receiver, Jeremy Warren.
Yeah, I tell you, and Baker with a nice hit. And when you run those type of patterns, you have to make sure you don't lead him into the middle of the football field, because that's what happens right there. Is when anytime you lead him too deep, he's going to run into multiple defensive backs, and that's where you get that. You take a hit like that.
And Jeremy Warren comes out of the game. He's on the Buckeye sideline. So the Buckeyes now a 4th down and about 11 at the Green Wave 13-yard line. Edwards back to pass, looking to throw. He dumps it off. Noah Andrews trying to break away, but the Green Wave will take him down for a loss back at the 16, and Newark Catholic has held on downs. 3:16 to play in the first half. The Buckeyes up 9-0.
Hey, and Cavaney stayed home. Tell you, when you're running them screens, they brought Edwards this side. Green Wave did their job. They stayed home and was able to make that tackle.
So Newark Catholic will take over on their own 16, down 9-0 to the Buckeyes. They hurry up to the line of scrimmage. Jack Wallenberg at quarterback. And now have a timeout called by the Buckeyes. 3:16 to play in the second quarter. Nelsonville-York 9, Newark Catholic 0. Newark Catholic, 1st down and 10 on their own 16. And the handoff will go to Jordan, and he'll take it out to the 20. He picks up about 4.
And he's brought down in there by Elliott Walker, or Walker Elliott, I'm sorry, and pick up at 4 yards. And, like you said earlier, this is the Green Waves, I think, 3rd possession of the game. Buckeyes have done a great job of eating up that clock with their power game and really limiting the Green Wave opportunities to even run any offense.
2nd down and about 6 for the Green Wave on their own 20. Handoff comes this side, and the running back, once again, Jordan, he'll take it out to the 25-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for Newark Catholic.
And on that tackle was Donovan Ross and Mays, and that, once again, that's that read option. He's reading that defensive end, and it depends on where the end goes, what he does with the football.
3rd down and 1. Green Wave on their own 25. Receiver split out wide right. 3rd down and 1. Handoff to Jordan. He breaks a tackle. Jordan across the 35 and takes it out to about the 38-yard line. A pickup of 13.
And that's Nungester on that tackle. And, Jordan just kept his legs going. He got hit a couple of times, just able to keep him churning and made up some yards.
1st down and 10. Green Wave on their own 38-yard line. Buckeyes up 9-0. Clock running, 1:50 to play in the second quarter. Jack Wallenberg at quarterback. Hands it off to this side. The Buckeyes right there. Nothing doing. A gain of about a half yard, and that'll be it.
Yeah, and that's the time there. Number 12, Wallenberger, he should have kept that ball and made the pitch, but Ross did a good job of shutting him down inside, making that tackle.
Newark Catholic takes a timeout. 9-0 Buckeyes, 1:40 to play, second quarter. 2nd and 10 for Newark Catholic on their own 38. Jeremy Warren back in the game for the Buckeyes, wearing 22. Wallenberg back to pass, hit, throws on the right side. It is complete to Jordan, and he's ridden out of bounds at around the 43-yard line, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, and like you said last week, this is not a Newark Catholic team that's going to throw the ball, let alone throw the ball 30, 40 yards downfield. If they're going to have any success, it's going to be like that, 3-4 yard little dump passes.
Tackled out of bounds. Clock stopped at 1:33 to play in the second quarter. 3rd down and about 6. Green Wave on their own 43. Wallenberg out of the shotgun. And we have illegal motion on the Green Wave. Legal procedure.
Catholic, 5 yards.
That's only the second penalty of the game, one on each team, and considering you're running the power game like both teams are really doing, you would think there'd be a lot more holding penalties, motion penalties, but there hasn't been.
Third down and 10. Wallenberg takes a snap, looking to throw, looking this way, throwing long, and the nearest man is Jeremy Warren. It falls incomplete down at the Buckeye 30.
Yeah, it was intended for Lewis. Nice rush in there all by Dakota Mays, and nice coverage downfield. Like you said, Jeremy Warren was the closest person to it. And minute 27 left. I'll tell you, the way Warren's been returning the ball, anything's possible here. We get a good rush in. Last snap was over in the end zone. So Buckeyes put a little pressure on here. We might get excellent field position again right before the half.
Nick Cavaney will punt it away for Newark Catholic, 6'6", 215. Nice snap, gets it away, a low liner. Warren will let it take a bounce. He'll pick it up at the 18. And then he'll go down at the 24-yard line.
I tell you, that's a nice punt by Cavaney. He put it where Warren wasn't. Basically made Warren move to get it, kind of pushed him toward the end zone where they could get good angles and keep him from getting that nice 15-yard gain.
1:18 to play in the second quarter. The Buckeyes up 9-0, and Nelsonville-York with the football. First and 10 on their own 25. Buckeyes receive the ball first in this game, so the Green Wave will have it coming out of the locker room to begin the second half. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Hunter Edwards out of the shotgun, takes a snap, rolls to this side, looking. He'll throw, and it's incomplete towards Jeremy Warren at the 35.
Hey, Miller was putting some pressure on that from that end spot. And Warren was open, but Hunter just couldn't get his shoulders turned and was able to get the ball out.
Bryson Nungester coming in with the Buckeye play on second down and 10. Nelsonville-York on their own 25. Clock stopped with the incompletion. A minute 30 to play in the second quarter. Buckeyes out of the eye. Edwards hands it off on a draw play to Alex Mount, and he'll be taken down right around the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll bring up third and 10.
And Cavaney on the tackle. Cavaney's playing that defensive end position. Did a nice job. Looks like we got a timeout on the field by Newark Catholic, and a good timeout because now the Buckeyes third down and 10. Newark Catholic has another timeout, so either got to decide either to run the ball here, throw the ball. Anyway, no matter what you look at it, Catholic's going to get good field position after this play.
Buckeyes up 9-0, 57 seconds to play in the first half. Buckeyes third and 10 on their own 25 out of the power I. And Hunter Edwards will keep it himself, coming around the right side. Crosses a 30, the 35, cuts it up. He's got a Buckeye first down at the 41-yard line. Actually, they spotted at the 42, a gain of 17.
Yeah, and Baker on the tackle, and I tell you, Hunter did a nice job. He was able to get him probably 6-7 extra yards. And now you get that first down, so now you can either let that clock run, or you can try to get the ball down the field a little bit, try to get a score here before the half.
I believe the Buckeyes have one timeout remaining. Clock running at 31 seconds to play in the second quarter. First and 10 Buckeyes on their own 42. Hand off to Alex Mount, and he'll go down at the 46-yard line, a gain of about 4.
Yeah, Miller on that tackle, and tell you what, when you give the ball to Alex, with his speed, he could take it the distance about any time. So, that's not a bad play there.
See if the Buckeyes get the play off. Clock running at 5 seconds. 2 seconds. They do get it off. Edwards back to pass, throwing long towards Jeremy Warren, but it will fall incomplete down at the 18-yard line of Newark Catholic. And it's halftime here at Boston Field. Nelsonville-York leading the Green Wave of Newark Catholic at halftime. Buckeyes leading Newark Catholic 9-0 as we begin the second half of play. Newark Catholic will be receiving. Dakota Mays will kick it away. The approach and the kick comes to this side, taken right around the 26-yard line by Luke. And he's taken down, Luke Simaviva.
They have McDonald on that tackle. Nice hip-field tackle by McDonald. A couple kids didn't get it, broke down, and McDonald stood ground, made a tackle. Tell you just a couple real quick halftime stats, unofficial stats. Buckeyes power game running good tonight, over 200 yards rushing in the first half. They led by Alex Mount with 96 yards and 1 touchdown. And Hunter Edwards with 74 yards. And Andrews with 61 yards.
And we have a legal procedure as the fullback jumped a little bit for Newark Catholic. So it'll be 1st and 15.
That's a false start on the Green Wave. Second penalty so far on the night, or on Newark Catholic. Only 3 overall, and I tell you, penalty-wise, both teams doing really good. Buckeye D, tell you, they've held the Green Wave offense, which is a run offense, to under 100 yards rushing in the first half.
1st and 15 on their own 38, Newark Catholic. Wallenberg at quarterback, hands it off to Jordan. Wes Jordan on the carry, and he'll pick up about 3 out to the 42.
Yeah, David Ray on the bottom of that pile, and he's getting up a little slow there. It looks like he might have done something to that elbow. He's coming off, got an official timeout. I tell you, Jordan, we did a good job on him. He had one big run, which basically was all of his yardage. He had 80 yards in that first half, but 45, 50 yards of it was on one run.
So hopefully David Ray will be okay as the trainer looks at that left arm. Aaron Davis comes in to replace him, wearing number 23. Second down and 11, a gain of 4 on that last play. Wallenberg rolls right, looking to throw, does so on the right side, and it is incomplete.
It was Senaviva on the attended pass, and just a little rollout that time. I tell you, Buckeyes are committing to this run. If you look at their defense, there is basically no safety. They're bringing that safety all the way up, almost the same depth as the linebackers, knowing that Newark Catholic has a problem throwing the football. And right now, the Buckeyes D is doing what they wanted. They're controlling everything.
2 receivers to the right, 3rd and 11. On their own 42, Wallenberg throws it out to the right side. It is caught. Buckeyes in pursuit. And it looks like he's got the first down. He's right at the stick.
And that's a little bubble pass to Senaniva again. And like I said, he picks up probably about 13 yards.
That is a first down for Newark Catholic at the Buckeye 46.
A second completion of the night for the Green Wave.
Buckeyes up 9-0, 11-17 to play third quarter. 2 receivers to the left. Jack Wallenberg at quarterback. And he'll hand it off on the left side, and the running back is taken down right around the 43-yard line.
And that's Aaron Davis on that tackle. And Davis, I'll tell you what, our linebackers have done a great job of reading this option play and stepping up Aaron's responsibility at that line. He's supposed to take on that first ball carrier, which is that fullback. Defensive end's responsible for that quarterback. And I'll tell you, nice job by both those 2 young men doing their responsibilities and shut that down.
Luke Senaviva on the carry that time. Gain of about 3, brings up 2nd and 7. Newark Catholic at the Buckeye 42. 2 receivers to the right. Wallenberg will throw it out to the right side. It is caught by Senaviva. Buckeyes in pursuit, and he's driven backwards. He picked up a yard on the play, and that'll be about it.
I tell you, Dakota Mays over there, and it looked like he was going to get a good bit of yardage, but the Buckeye defense got there quick and was able to shut that down. I tell you, Senaiva, which basically had no touches the whole first half. He's already touched the ball, 4 times so far this second half.
3rd down and about 5 for Newark Catholic at the Nelsonville-York 41-yard line. Buckeyes up 9-0, 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. Wallenberg back to pass, rolls to this side, throws to this side, and it's incomplete down at the Buckeye 33.
Tell you, Jordan was he found a spot in that defense, and ball just slightly overthrown out of his reach. If he'd have caught that ball, he definitely would have got his first down. And big fourth down play here, and it looks like the Newark Catholic's going to come in and punt the ball away.
Fourth down and 5 at the Buckeye 41.
Newark Catholic's punter, I tell you, he has done a good job punting the ball. He's definitely going to put us deep.
Of course, this would be a good spot for a fake at the Buckeye 41, but they will punt it away. Nick Cavaney on that punt, and that will go into the end zone. A touchback, and the Buckeyes will have it on their own 20.
Yeah, I took a good Buckeye roll there. He didn't get much air up underneath it, and kept that kind of flat. And I tell you, it was able to take all that momentum and bounce right into the end zone.
Buckeye defense tonight. Left end, 48, Noah Andrews. Left tackle, 59, Jay Elliott. Nose guard, 27, Jacob Talbert. Right tackle, 64, Paul Varner. Right end, number 20, Donovan Ross. Cornerback, number 1, Alex Mount. Another corner, number 3, Walker Elliott. Inside linebacker, 10, Dakota Mays. Inside linebacker, 53, David Ray. Safety, 22, Jeremy Warren. And safety, 28, Bryson Nungester. Buckeyes first and 10. Hand off straight up the middle to Noah Andrews, and it'll be a gain of 1 to the 21. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Tell you, Willis on that tackle. That's really the first time the whole game they've been able to take Andrews down before he's even picked up a yard. So might have a little bit more energy up front on the green wave trying to stop this running game of the Buckeyes.
9:15 to play, clock running here in the third quarter. Buckeyes up 9-0. Nelsonville-York with possession of the football. 2nd down and about 9 on their own 21. Pitch out to Alex Mount, cuts it up. Alex Mount runs over a player and takes it out to about the 34-yard line, or pardon me, 29-yard line. The Buckeyes will be about a yard shy of a first down.
Okay, once again, Willis again in on that tackle for the green wave. And right now I said maybe the green wave's going to really concentrate on the inside running game of the Buckeyes, and that's the type of play you need right there. Is you can keep them tight, you can still run outside, and that's what the Buckeyes did there.
Buckeyes 3rd and 1 on their own 29 out of a T formation. Hunter Edwards under center at quarterback. Handoff comes to this side. Alex Mount, he's got a Buckeye first down at the 33-yard line.
They had 2 big lead blockers there in Warren and Andrews, and like you said, he's able to pick up 5-6 yards, get that first down, move the chains for the Buckeyes. Tell you, the last 2 carries have put Mount over 100 yards again in 2 games so far this year. And
of course, over 1,000 yards rushing last year for Alex Mount as a freshman.
And like I said, we spoke last week. He did that in basically 7 games. Injured 3 of those games last year.
Jeremy Warren on the left side is taken down at the 37. He picks up 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Baker on that tackle, and right now Buckeyes, last 2 carries, 3 carries have been off tackle. So they're going to take advantage. Maybe them inside backers are pinching in a little bit more. Now we're going to try to run off tackle, and we've ran a few plays here and have been pretty successful at it.
7:38 clock running here in the third quarter. Again, the Buckeyes leading 9-0. First score of the game for the Buckeyes was a safety, and then the Buckeyes put 7 on the board. Hunter Edwards keeps it himself on a bootleg around the left side. Crosses the 40. He's got a first down as he goes out of bounds right around the 44 of the Buckeyes.
Yeah, nice 8-yard pickup. And right last week, Hunter was able to hug that play to the play side. This time he's running away. Probably scouting report probably showed he keeps that ball almost every time to play side. Little wrinkle in the offense this week. He gets to run backside. Nice gain that time by Hunter Edwards.
1st and 10, Nelsonville-York on their own 44. Receivers split out on each side. Walker Elliott on the left, Jeremy Warren on the right. Buckeyes out of the eye. It'll be Alex Mount up the middle. And he'll take it out to the 49-yard line as he picks up a quick 5.
Yeah, line up front doing their job. I tell you, we're moving that Greenway defensive line 3-4 yards, and then letting Alex get an opportunity to find a lane and go.
2nd and 5, Nelsonville-York on their own 49. Buckeyes out of the I formation. Pitch out. Alex Mount comes to this side, and he's going to be mowed down. He picks up 2 yards. He takes it into Newark Catholic territory, and he's brought down at the 49.
Tell you, and Willis on the tackle. Willis has had a good night tonight for the Green Wave. He seems like he's been in or around just about every tackle for Newark Catholic.
So the Buckeyes now a 3rd down and 3 situation at the Green Wave 49.
Willis is one of those few returning starters on that Green Wave defense. He's a senior this year and leading that defense right now for Newark Catholic.
Buckeyes in the power I on a 3rd and 3. Fake handoff. Edwards has it around the left side. And he dives forward, and let's see where they spot it. Looks like it'll be just shy of a 1st down.
And, I tell you, he had to outrun 2 defenders there, and he's finally, Willis, again, from that inside linebacker spot, was able to help bring Edwards down. And big play here, 4th down and 1. You could take the opportunity of pinning them deep. But, the way the Buckeye defense or offense has been moving, you almost got to take that chance and pick up that 1st down.
Buckeyes will go for it. 4th down and 1 at the Green Wave 47-yard line. Buckeyes in a T formation. A lot of people up on the line for Newark Catholic. Hand off to Noah Andrews, and he's got the 1st down.
And that's one of the first times the whole game Newark Catholic has brought the linebackers up, put them in a 3-point stance and blitzed with them. And, Andrews hit in the backfield, but, it's a nice, strong, big kid. He's able to churn them, keep them legs moving, and pick up that 1st down.
1st down and 10, Nelsonville-York at the 44 of Newark Catholic. Again, Buckeyes up 9-0. Clock running under 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Buckeyes in a T formation once again. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. And Edwards will keep it himself, cuts it up. Breaks a tackle, Hunter Edwards, and still striving forward. He gets it down to about the 37-yard line, gain of 7.
Yeah, Goodman on that tackle, and when your running game's working good, when you're getting good gains by that fullback and by that tailback, a lot of things can happen for your quarterback. You can run a lot of hugs, a lot of fakes, bootlegs, and that's what's happening right now for Hunter. Things are opening up because that line's doing such a good job up front. With Andrews and Mount, it's given Hunter that opportunity to get those 6-7 yards.
2nd and 3. Buckeyes at the 37 of Newark Catholic. We may have offsides on the Green Wave, and it is offsides on Newark Catholic. So the Buckeyes will have a 1st down.
4 on the offense, 5-yard penalty.
Hey, and the big thing is that gives the Buckeyes the 1st down, and 3rd penalty on the night for the Green Wave. But what they showed there, they brought the backers up, trying to blitz them linebackers, something different we haven't seen, trying to do something to this Buckeye power game that's just getting yard after yard now.
1st down and 10, Nelsonville-York at the 32 of Newark Catholic. 2 receivers on each side. Noah Andrews, the lone back. And he'll take the handoff, and right as he puts his hands on the football, he is met by a Newark Catholic defender.
And that's number 58, senior Willis, in on that tackle. And they went to that play earlier in the game a number of times, and Andrews had, 4 or 5, even a couple times even some big runs out of that same play, same formation. And that time Willis was coming. He was going to guess, hey, Andrews is getting the ball.
Be a loss of 2. Buckeyes with a 2nd and 12 back at the Green Wave 34. Edwards takes a snap. The ball is loose.
And
Newark Catholic has it on their own 35. 3 minutes, 2 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. The Buckeyes leading 9-0, and the Green Wave get a turnover.
Shaheen on that fumble recovery. Just looked like a fumble at the snap there, and the Buckeyes got to get their heads up. They can't let anything bad happen here. We're still up 2 scores, but we cannot let that momentum switch. We got to keep that momentum going, keeping it on the Buckeye side, which we have done this whole half.
Newark Catholic will take over on their own 35-yard line.
That was the first fumble on the night for the Buckeyes, and unfortunately we lost that fumble, but we've done a good job keeping a hold of the ball.
And the running back, and once again that's Wes Jordan. He'll take it out close to the 39-yard line, a pickup of about 4.
That's Donovan Ross on the tackle, and we've done a really good job. I tell you, this Buckeye defense has really rebounded from last week against the Tomcats. They've really had a great effort today, and because this is another run-oriented type of offense, and defensively up front, we have done the job tonight.
You mentioned that Buckeye turnover. You don't like turnovers at all, but if you're going to do it, it's best to do it in the other team's territory. 2 receivers on the right. Wallenberg back to pass, looking right. Now comes out of the pocket, and he is hit and hit hard. That'll be a sack as it's a 1-yard loss. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7 back at the 38.
Tell you, Jacob Talbert up front at that nose guard spot. When you look at him, he's not a big kid. He's only 5'5". I'll tell you, his motor runs quicker than almost anybody I've seen, man. He really goes at it almost every single play. Nice job up front from that nose guard spot.
3rd and 7 for Newark Catholic on their own 38-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. Jack Wallenberg at quarterback. He rolls right looking to throw. He does so, and it's going to be incomplete out at the 46-yard line of the Green Wave.
Tell you, ball tended over there for number 4 to Sena Eva, and Alex Mount on the coverage. And tell you, he got all kinds of pressure from Noah Andrews from that defensive end spot.
Brings up a 4th down and 7. Looks like David Ray may be injured once again for the Buckeyes. He's really trying to tough this game out. But he comes to the Buckeye sidelines, and hopefully he'll be okay. 4th and 7 situation for Newark Catholic on their own 38-yard line. Jeremy Warren back deep to receive the punt. And once again, it'll be Nick Cavaney to punt it away. Nice snap, and Cavaney gets it away.
Should have a good opportunity to run the ball back.
Buckeyes will let it bounce and roll, and the Green Wave will down it back at the Buckeye 18-yard line with 1:25 to play in quarter number 3, and the Buckeyes with a 9-0 lead. Buckeyes 1st and 10 on their own 18, out of the I formation. Alex Mount takes the handoff, and he'll cross the 20 and get knocked down at the 22, a gain of about 4.
Tell you, Jordan on the tackle along with 47 for the Green Wave, and that's Baker. Baker also had a good night on that defensive side for Newark Catholic. But once again, when you're getting 4 or 5 yards every play on the offensive side, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good job up front by your offensive line.
I'd like to see the number of plays each offense has run in this game. Pitch out, and the ball's loose, and Alex Mount does the smart thing and just hops onto that football back at right around the original line of scrimmage.
And Zach Kent, I tell you, he came out from that outside linebacker spot, came on a blitz, and it was able to basically try to knock that ball loose, and Mount luckily was able to jump back on it and loss of a few yards here, and now we got a nice 3rd down and 9 play here for the Buckeyes.
Game clock at 18 seconds, play clock at 14. Here in the 3rd quarter, Buckeyes up 9-0, facing a 3rd down and 9 back on their own 19. Hunter Edwards takes a snap, looking to throw, dusts over the middle, and it's nearly picked off right around the 30-yard line. Intended receiver was Dakota Mays. It falls incomplete, and the Buckeyes will have a 4th and 9 with 3.7 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter.
And Baker on the defensive side of that play for Newark Catholic, and ball just slightly overthrown that time. But that was a nice design play there by the Buckeyes, and it really opened up the middle of the field that time.
Jeremy Warren will punt it away on 4th and 9. Buckeyes on their own 19. Good snap. Warren gets it away. Nice high punt. And the return man looked like he was hit a little early.
Tell you, I'm absolutely.
I don't see a flag, however, and he's brought down right at midfield.
McDonald on the tackle for the Buckeyes, but like you said, Well, I tell you, that was awful close. I'm really surprised we don't have a flag on that.
So that's the end of the third quarter of play. Nelsonville-York leading Newark Catholic 9-0. Buckeye cheerleaders down below cheering on this Buckeye crowd. And the Buckeye cheerleaders are Maya Flores, Lily Parsons, Mackenzie Patton, Alyssa Spencer, Brandy Atkins, Alyssa Klaus, Cassie Coe, Shauna McCombs, Mackenzie Perry, Mariah Abram, Abby Adams, Michaela Bradford, Chloe Chubb, Cassie Getchell, Caitlin Dieter, and Hannah Hiles. The cheerleading advisors, Christy O'Neill and Shannon Seal. Ready for the final 12 minutes of this game. Buckeyes up 9-0 as we begin the fourth quarter. Newark Catholic 1st and 10 at midfield. One receiver split wide right. Handoff will go to Jordan. And he's going to pick up 3 to the Buckeye 47.
Yeah, Donovan Ross on the tackle. Looks like along with Jay Elliott. And, you know, Donovan's he's done a good job tonight. He's made a lot of tackles on that option-based offense of the Green Wave. And right now the Buckeye D, they've just done the job all night.
Second down and about 7 for the Green Wave. Wallenberg at quarterback, and a lineman on the left side of that line of Newark Catholic's jumped.
Dead ball. False start. Number 58 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat.
5-yard mark off.
You know, we've been talking about penalties off and on tonight, and you know the Buckeyes only one on the night, but the Green Wave, they've had 4 penalties. All of them been a motion-based penalty, and 3 this half. And I'll tell you, you know, they're only 5-yard penalties, but I'll tell you, if you get them at the bad times, it's just, you know, it really can just kill your drive.
Second down and 12 back in Newark Catholic territory around the 48. Wallenberg looking to throw. That might be a backwards pass. He pulls it in anyway. Senaviva's brought down, and that'll be a loss.
Yeah, that's just basically it's a backward spot pass there. Nungester on the first contact and followed up by Andrews, and you know that's been the most successful play they've had right now is trying to get the ball into Senaviva's hands. And tell you, you know the Buckeyes, you know the speed we have on the defensive side have done a great job.
3rd and 14 for Newark Catholic on their own 46-yard line. They got to get to the Buckeye 40. Clock running, 10.5 minutes to play in the game. Buckeyes up 9-0. 2 receivers on each side. Jack Wallenberg at quarterback. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Being pressured, and Noah Andrews will knock him down. The ball is loose, and Nelsonville-York has it at the Green Wave 35.
And that all started with Noah Andrews. Like we said, we thought they was going to blow it dead. And it looked like Zach Talbert came up with the recovery. Not Zach Talbert. Jacob Talbert, my fault. Sorry about that, Jacob. But Andrews, I thought they were going to call the dead. He hit the quarterback. I thought the play was done. Ball comes out. Talbert, like I said, he was able to jump on the ball, and tell you, great field position, great turnover right here. That's second fumble on the night for the Green Wave, and the second one lost.
Buckeyes 1st and 10 at the Newark Catholic 35. 10:18 to play in the game. Out of the eye, Mount is hit and dropped right as he takes that handoff from Hunter Edwards.
And that's Willis in the middle of that field again. And, you know, Alex comes up and says, okay, now. He just got really rocked there, and Willis has had a great second half.
A loss of 1 brings up 2nd and 11 at the Green Wave 36. Buckeyes up 9-0, 9:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Buckeyes in a power eye. And a bootleg by Hunter Edwards around the left side. And he's going to be run out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. Looks like they'll give him a yard back to the original line of scrimmage. Yeah. It brings up a 3rd down and 10 at the 35.
That's Cavany and Senaviva on that forcing Hunter out of bounds. And, you know, right now that's another thing. We want to make sure that ball stays in bounds, let that clock run. even though the Green Wave haven't given much of an offensive night tonight, you never want to give them an opportunity.
3rd down and 10 for the Buckeyes at the 35 of the Green Wave. A lot of people from Newark Catholic up around that line of scrimmage. Edwards back to pass, looking to throw towards Dakota Mays, and it's knocked away at the last second as Mays was ready to pull that one in down at the 6.
Tell you, Goodman on the defensive pressure back. He just did a good job, got his hand up there, and Mays looked like he was wide open. And we haven't ran that play yet this year. We've been showing a lot of that motion, faking it into Andrews, or even giving the ball to Alex on that flip. But that was a good opportunity right there. And I tell you, it was just probably 6 inches from going into Mays' hands for a touchdown.
Newark Catholic with no one back. Buckeyes punting it away. And Jeremy Wareham will get it away. Again, no one back for Newark Catholic. See if the Buckeyes can pin them deep, but it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, and Newark Catholic will have it on their own 20-yard line. The Buckeyes up 9-0, 9:22 to play in the 4th quarter. Newark Catholic 1st down and 10 on their own 20. Jack Wallenberg at quarterback out of the shotgun, and whistles blow, and we have a timeout taken by the Green Wave. Again, 9:22 to play in the game. Buckeyes up 9-0. 1st and 10, Newark Catholic out of the shotgun from their own 20. Wallenberg hands it off on a draw play, and Dakota Mays right there. That'll be a yard loss back at the 19.
Mays on a stunt there, and he was in the backfield as they gave the ball to Jordan. I tell you, just another nice job up front by the Buckeyes.
Clock running, 9:05 to play in this game. 2nd down and 11. The Green Wave on their own 19. Jack Wallenberg at quarterback, back to pass, being rushed by Noah Andrews. Throws to this side, and it's nearly picked off, knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage by Nelsonville-York.
Yeah, Alex Melt had good coverage over there, and he was getting pressured again by Andrews, and Andrews has put pressure on him all night tonight. And, this is definitely a part of Newark Catholic's game that they don't like to do, and right now the Buckeyes are just having their way with them.
3rd and 11, back on the 19. Wallenberg looking to throw, throwing long to the center of the field, and it is complete down to the Buckeye 45-yard line to Luke Senaviva.
Senaviva, that's why we thought he was a player that we didn't even say his name in the first half, and here in the second half, he's been pretty much the whole offense of Newark Catholic.
1st and 10, Green Wave at the Buckeye 46. Wallenberg looking to throw once again. Now he'll run with it up the middle, and he'll go down after a gain of 1 to the 45.
And I'll tell you, they're looking right at Senaviva. I mean, Talbert on that tackle, but they're definitely wanting to get the ball in his hands right now.
Newark Catholic will come to the line of scrimmage with a little more haste now, down 2 scores. Wallenberg throwing long on the right side, mountain coverage, knocks it away, incomplete, and it's nearly picked off by Nungester.
Yeah, just ball slightly underthrown, and Alex, which is lined right up on Senaviva. Like I said, that's who they're throwing the ball to right now, and I don't think they're going to hide it. He obviously must be the fastest player on that team, and Mount's locked up with him one-on-one, and nice coverage down the field. I mean, that was just a streak down the field, and Mount stayed right with him.
3rd down and 9, Newark Catholic at the Buckeye 45. 8 minutes, 10 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. 9-0 is the score. Nelsonville-York with the lead. 2 receivers on each side for the Green Wave. Jack Wallenberg out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, straight back to pass. Now comes to this side as Andrews flushes him out of the pocket, and it's incomplete.
Tell you, that fullback stepping up, and I think he's seen all he wants to see, though. Andrews, that time he just barely tried to get his hand on him, and Andrews again forced the quarterback to make another bad throw, and tell you, great job by the D. Now we're looking at 4th down and 9, and this is the situations we like right here.
Big play in this game, 4th and 9, Newark Catholic at the Buckeye 45. Buckeyes up 2 scores with 8 minutes, 3 seconds to play in the game. Out of the shotgun, Jack Wallenberg takes a snap, looking to throw, rolls this side, and it's going to be incomplete. He's trying to get the ball to Luke Sinaviva, but it falls incomplete at the Buckeye 35-yard line.
Yeah, Buckeyes will take over possession, but right now the Green Wave defense is really one-dimensional. They have to throw the ball, but they aren't looking at throwing anywhere but number 4. And Mount's done a good job of locking on and not giving him that opportunity to make any catches.
So the Buckeyes take over on their own 44-yard line. Buckeyes hold on downs. And the Buckeyes will look to chew up some more clock here. Up by 2 scores at 9-0, 7:58 to play in the game. Edwards takes a snap, hands it off to Noah Andrews, and he'll cross the 45 and take it out to the 47-yard line of Nelsonville-York as he picks up about 3.
Cavany on the tackle, another inside trap that time by the Buckeyes. And first half they had some great yardage out of that play at Cavany this time. He's played a good second half. He's really stepped up for the Green Wave and made a good bit of tackles here in the second half.
Second down and about 7 for Nelsonville-York on their own 47. Buckeyes in a T formation with Hunter Edwards under center at quarterback. Letting that play clock run down. Hands it off, a flag comes in as Jeremy Warren takes it into the Green Wave territory at the 48, but again, indication would be holding on the Buckeyes.
Tell you what, the Green Wave that time, we do have a penalty on the Buckeyes. It looks like we'll be blocking again below the
Top
waist.
block on the offense, number 59, 15-yard penalty. Repeat.
That play, we've had 2 penalties on the Buckeyes tonight, and it's been the same penalty. And that time the Green Wave, they're finally marching them linebackers up, putting them right on the line of scrimmage. Buckeyes got to make some adjustments up front, and what adjustments we're making right now on the play calling is we're running out that tackles. We see that. We're trying to get the ball on the outside of the tackles where they're not.
Buckeyes with a second down now and about 21 after the 15-yard penalty. Buckeyes back on their own 33. Out of the I formation. Edwards throws it over the middle, and it's pulled in by Dakota Mays. And he'll take it out to the 47. We may have a face mask on Newark Catholic. Buckeyes would be 8 yards shy of a first down, but let's see what the penalty is.
And that's where that play is going to be open right now because
flag on the field.
Illegal contact to the head on the defense, 15-yard penalty.
So a 15-yard penalty on Newark Catholic.
And that's from the spot of the foul after the completion. So, what we had there that time, the Green Wave marching them backers, which they've been doing now. That time the Buckeyes were able to slide Mays right behind them to get that, easy pass play. And
Hunter Edwards just lobbed it right over him.
I mean, that's going to be there as long as they keep doing that.
First and 10, Buckeyes at the 39 of Newark Catholic. 6:41 to play in the fourth quarter, 9-0 Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes in a T formation. Hunter Edwards at quarterback. Hand off to this side, Jeremy Warren, and he'll take it to the 35-yard line as he picks up 4 yards. The ball came loose.
I'm not sure if, yes, they gave the ball to Newark Catholic.
Looked like they was going to rule he was down, but then they did say it will be Newark Catholic football, and they'll take over on their own 34-yard line with 6:20 to play, and the Buckeyes up 9-0.
I didn't even see the ball hit the ground. I think he actually came up and might have just ripped it out of his hands on the way to the ground. And it's second turnover tonight for the Buckeyes, and the one good thing about that is the way our defense has been playing right now is we've been playing lights out, and we're forcing Newark to try to throw the ball, and that's something that they just are not used to doing.
2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left, now 2 on the left as Jordan jogs to the left side. Wallenberg takes a snap, looking to throw, and being pressured, gets away from the pressure, now heads back to the other side, and he's going to be sacked back at the 30.
And that's Talbert, and he was rushed there. I think the whole defensive line was back there, and just great pursuit by our D line, and you know, quarterback, he had a big game. I think he had over 100 yards rushing last week, and I tell you, the Buckeyes just completely shut him down this week.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14. The Green Wave back on their own 30. 2 receivers on each side. Wallenberg out of the shotgun, takes a snap, looks to this side. It's tipped away, and it falls incomplete. No Andrews.
Yeah, and you know, that's what you're teaching your defensive ends. As soon as you see the quarterback come up to that throw formation, get them hands up, time it out, and that's what forced Woolenberg to come back last time to scramble out of the pockets, because Donovan did it on the other side.
3rd down and 14 for Newark Catholic, back on their own 30. 5.5 minutes to play, and the Buckeyes up 9-0. Again, 2 receivers on each side, and quarterback Jack Wallenberg out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Now being pressured, and he's going to be sacked back at the 26-yard line.
Hey, Donovan Ross contacting, and right now I'm looking down the field, and all of Newark Catholic's pass routes are just streaks down the field, and you know, we're sitting back 15, 20 yards deep ourselves, so they're not going to get anything deep on us, and that helps our front line get in the backfield.
You have to give the quarterback a lot of time.
Yes, you do, and you know, and Ross and Andrews have just done a great job of pressuring him all night.
So 4th and 18 now, back at the 26, and Newark Catholic looks to punt it away. 4:52 to play in the game. Nice snap, and the punt is away. Lands at the Buckeye 46 and goes out of bounds at the 48.
Okay, it's good field position, and as you see, they kicked it away from Warren this time, and which worked to our advantage. We got great field position here to start this drive.
4:41 to play in the game. Buckeyes up 9-0. Again, the Buckeyes took the opening kickoff, and they drove it right down the field, but then got stopped on downs at the 1-yard line. Buckeyes eventually holding Newark Catholic to a punting situation. They hike it over the punter's head for a safety. And then, of course, the Buckeyes getting great field position after that, as Newark Catholic had to punt it away from their own 20.
Yeah, and, you know, the Buckeye offensive line, you know, I'm giving a lot of credit to them. I mean, you know, our running backs are running well, but, you know, we're doing a nice job up front controlling that line and tell you, giving them backs lanes to run in. You know, and, you know, the Newark Catholic, this is a huge game. We talked about it being a huge game after the Tomcats game, but Newark Catholic is also in our division. You know, they're both in Division 6, Region 21. So, you know, this is also a big game in our region tonight for the Buckeyes.
Good point. As you said, both teams in Division 6, Region 21. Of course, the Buckeyes in the TVC Ohio Division, and Newark Catholic in the Licking County League. Buckeyes in a T formation. 1st and 10 from their own 48. Hand off to Alex Mount. And Mount will take it to the 46-yard line of the Green Wave.
And Alex is tackled by the younger brother, Jordan. And, you know, right now you can see Green Wave is bringing everybody up. The downfall of bringing everybody up is it just takes one hole in that defensive line, and Alex Mount or Andrews is going to go the distance on them. And so they got to take that chance right now. They got to try to knock that ball loose. They got to try to get a minus charge tackle. But if they bring too many people up, I guarantee you Alex will take the ball 46 yards.
2nd and 4 at the Green Wave 46-yard line. And Alex Mount is hit and dropped. Surprisingly, the ball did not come out as he was hit right as he was taking the handoff from Hunter Edwards.
And it, you know, from here, and I might be wrong, it looked like there's some miscommunication up there. I don't know if Hunter was expecting to give it to Andrews or Mount, but like you said, luckily no fumble on the play, and Newark Catholic now is called their second timeout of the second half.
3:53 to play in the game. The Buckeyes up 9-0, and Nelsonville-York facing a 3rd and 7 at the Green Wave 49. Buckeyes 3rd and 7 at the Green Wave 49-yard line, and a power eye look. Hand off to Alex Mount. And Mount will take it to about the 48-yard line, a gain of 1, and the Buckeyes will have a 4th and 6, and Jeremy Wareham will punt it away.
I'll tell you one way to stop that that blitzing right now of Newark Catholic, and I know we're late in this game, and that's probably why they're doing it. Buckeyes change that play call, or the count. You know, instead of going on the first down, maybe go on the second, maybe on the third, try to draw them off sides and keep them linebackers back a little bit.
Newark Catholic takes their third and final timeout in this game. 3:49 to play, and the Buckeyes up 9-0. Jeremy Warren will punt it away for Nelsonville-York on 4th down and about 7. Low snap, big rush. Warren gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 17-yard line. That's where Newark Catholic will have it. 3:44 to play in the game, and the Buckeyes up 2 scores at 9-0.
I'll tell you, the Buckeye defense has totally taken Newark Catholic offense out of their game plan. This whole quarter, Newark Catholic's had to throw the ball, and we've done a good job getting the pressure on the quarterback. Plus, also, and we've been doing a good job of coverage downfield, and this is exactly what we wanted to happen late in this football game.
Quarterback Jack Wallenberg jogs onto the field after getting instructions from head coach Bill Franks. 2 receivers on each side. Takes a snap, looking to throw, looks this way, and he makes that pass. It's caught by Luke Sinaviva. Gain of about 5 on the play for Newark Catholic, and of course the Buckeyes will give that to them the rest of the game.
Buckeyes being up 2 scores right now, like you said, that's a lot of 5-yard pass completions. That's a lot of time eating off the clock. We'll give that to them right there.
2nd down and 5. Newark Catholic on their own 23. 2 receivers on each side. Wallenberg takes a snap. A flag comes in. Actually, it's blown dead, but see what the official.
And I believe Newark Catholic's already used all 3 timeouts, so it has to be.
I think they want the clock reset. Game clock is at 3:30 left in the game, and the play clock was at 12 seconds.
Please reset the game clock to 3:39.
So they want the scoreboard operator to add 9 seconds to the clock. It's at 3:30 right now, and they want 3:39 left. Green Wave with a 2nd down and 5 on their own 23-yard line. Clock is reset and we're ready to go. Wallenberg takes a snap, looks the other way, throws, and it is caught. It will be a 1st down. The ball came loose late, and they rule he was down. They give him the forward progress, and that will be a 1st down for Newark Catholic.
Yeah, Walker Elliott on the coverage there, and Jordan on the reception. And once again, that's 5-yard pass plays. Clock's going to start, and those are the type of passes we'll give up right now.
1st and 10 on their own 28. Wallenberg looking to throw again. Comes to this side, and he's going to be hit and taken down right around the 29-yard line, a gain of 1. And, of course, the clock will continue to roll. Newark Catholic out of timeouts.
Wallenberg, I'll tell you, he tried to go outside, and he saw Andrews, and he tried to step up, and Jacob Talbert was sitting there. So
Wallenberg takes a snap. A flag comes in. He throws, and it is complete. Pretty good defense there by Jeremy Warren, but Luke Sinaviva still pulls it in, and we have a legal motion on Newark Catholic.
Flag on the field.
Illegal shift on the offense, number 21, 5-yard penalty.
That's the 5th penalty in the 2nd half alone for Newark Catholic. Most of them have been at the 5-yard variety, but still, any penalty can hurt you, and this is not a time for it to come for the Green Wave.
2nd and about 14. Wallenberg throws. Sinaviva makes the catch, sheds a would-be tackler, and then goes out of bounds right around the 30-yard line, a gain of 6.
Mount there on the coverage, along with Ware, and nice job. Sinaviva thought about trying to turn it inside, but then did the wise thing of stepping out of bounds and stop the clock.
So now it's about 3rd down and 8 on their own 30. Wallenberg takes a snap. And being pressured, he's going to be sacked back inside the 20.
Yeah, and that looked like number 23. That was
Aaron
Davis coming in with a big tackle that time for the Buckeyes. And
another one of them Buckeye sophomores. Clock running, 2:20 to play in the game. Buckeyes up 9-0, and now Newark Catholic forced to go for it. 4th down and about 18. Back on their own 20. Wallenberg looking to pass. Throwing long over the center of the field, and knocked away by Jeremy Warren.
Yeah. Warren once again locked on Newark Catholic's best receiver, and that's who they're throwing the ball to. You can pretty much line up now on the defensive side and say, hey, they're going to number 4, and Warren step for step got his hand up there, knocked it down, and great field position to start this drive for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes will take over on downs at the 21-yard line of Newark Catholic. 2 minutes, 7 seconds to play in the game. The Buckeyes up 9-0.
And Newark Catholic, I'm pretty sure, has used all their timeouts, so I'm sure the Buckeyes will just run the ball here, pick up a 1st down, then they can take a knee, and ball game over.
Pitch out comes this side, Alex Mount. Alex Mount on the move, and he's knocked out of bounds right around the 13-yard line as he picks up 8.
Goodman on the tackle, and tell you, Alex tried to stay in. He was tiptoeing down the sidelines, knowing he had to stay in bounds. Goodman came up, knocked him out of bounds, stopped the clock, but still 8-yard gain for Alex.
2 minutes left in the game. 2nd down and 2 for the Buckeyes at the 13 of the Green Wave. Buckeyes in the I formation. No Andrews at fullback. Alex Mount at tailback. Pitch out to Alex Mount on the right side. Cuts it up, and then he's driven backwards. His forward progress was to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he'll pick up the 1st down by about 2 yards. Jordan on the tackle, and we got 1st and goal here for the Buckeyes now. And clock will get ready to start here at the set of the ball, and couple more plays, and this ball game will be over.
Buckeyes up 9-0, clock running, 1:43 to play. Again, Newark Catholic out of timeouts. Nelsonville-York in a T formation. Hand off to Noah Andrews, and he'll rumble down to the 5-yard line, maybe close to the 3. See where they spot it.
Cavity on the tackle. It's 2nd down and goal here, and minute 15 to go in this game. And I tell you, this is a good win for the Nelsonville-York Buckeyes tonight.
Again, Newark Catholic last year 11-2, going deep into the playoffs, and clock running at 54 seconds to play. Play clock down to 5 seconds. And the ball's loose. Still loose, and Newark Catholic, they say they have it. See if the officials agree. No, the Buckeyes got it back.
Hey, Buckeyes now, they could take 2 knees, and this game will be over. Clock, depending on when they set this ball, they might not have to take another snap.
Clock running down at 22 seconds.
They had Buckeyes in that nice V formation. That's what you like to see.
Buckeyes letting that play clock running down. There's only about a second difference between the game and play clock. And Hunter Edwards will take a knee. And Nelsonville-York with the victory tonight here at Boston Field. A big win over Newark Catholic. The Buckeyes win 9-0.
Okay, we're back at Boston Field. Buckeyes come away with a big victory tonight, 9-0 over the Green Wave of Newark Catholic. Some unofficial stats for the Buckeyes, and basically you can say is power, because that's what the Buckeyes did tonight. Alex Mount, 30 carries, 137 yards, a touchdown. Noah Andrews, 13 carries, 74 yards on the ground. Hunter Edwards, 15 carries, 69 yards on the ground. We had 11 yards passing tonight, so the power game for the Buckeyes, it was definitely intact tonight and rolling. And all you can say is not only did we do a good job running the ball, those offensive linemen up front really came to play tonight. Got out on those backers of the Green Wave and did their job. Just a dominant job on both sides of the ball tonight by our offensive defensive line. Real impressed with how they rebounded after last week to come in here and beat a good fundamental Green Wave team tonight.
Buckeyes again win 9-0. Again, as you said, the Buckeyes controlled both sides of the ball pretty much the entire game, so you feel like that score should have been a little higher. But obviously, whether it's 23-0 or 9-0, it's a victory either way.
Yeah, you can look at every game with pros and cons, good things, bad things. Obviously, the Buckeyes moved the ball in that first half from basically the 10-yard line to the 10-yard line at will. The Green Wave defense kind of got together there, a little stingy inside the 10-yard line. Buckeyes probably could have had 2 more touchdowns in that first half. But the big thing is the Buckeye defense just stood up, and this is a big win. I mean, we got 2 very winnable games coming up against Bern Union, River Valley, until the big showdown at Chieftain Stadium, which last year Logan came into Boston Field, took a close victory away from the Buckeyes, and Logan much improved over the last couple years. But this is the type of game. If we're going to run a power type of offense, these are the type of games we need to have, and that front line has to control the line of scrimmage, and that's what we did tonight.
Of course, both programs here tonight, a lot of tradition. Nelsonville-York, of course, with the state championship in 1981. Newark Catholic with 9 state titles.
Not only and both teams not only have won a state title, but at the same time, both teams are in the playoffs pretty regularly. Almost on a yearly basis, and this is you can't say enough about this is a good win for the Buckeyes. Newark Catholic, we're second weekend of the season, but Newark Catholic beat a very good Portsmouth West team last week, which is a traditional hard-nosed football program, and basically ran the ball at will on Portsmouth West. So this is a good stepping stone for us here. Kind of gives us a little idea of where we stand maybe in our region, because we controlled this ball game tonight from start to finish, and very impressed with how the Buckeyes rebounded from last week.
Congratulations to head coach Dave Boston Jr. and the Nelsonville-York Buckeyes, the coaching staff and all the players getting the first win on the 2014 season. Buckeyes now 1-1 here in the young season. Newark Catholic, they dropped to 1-1, and next week the Buckeyes will travel and up to Bern Union. Buckeyes will take on the Rockets, while Newark Catholic will play at Fisher Catholic a week from tomorrow.
And now we got to start rooting for these other teams, and that's a game that Newark Catholic should win next week. We want them to finish out with winning records, give us those computer points, because this team's not far off right now. Tweaking a little bit of things here and there. This team could do some things here in the regular season and hopefully be able to get us into the playoffs.
Again, you made a good point earlier in the game where both teams are in Division 6, Region 21. So obviously this is one of the teams the Buckeyes are competing against for a playoff berth.
Yeah, and like I said, we need computer points, and we are one of the small schools in our TVC of Ohio. So almost every win in that TVC Ohio is going to help us, and you always go. You can't go 2-1 now. You got to look at the game in front of you. So every game's important from here on out for the Buckeyes, and great job to the coaching staff and these players for believing, and I tell you, they did a good job tonight on a good Newark Catholic football team.
Once again, Nelsonville-York defeats Newark Catholic here at Boston Field at Nelsonville-York High School. The final score, the Buckeyes of Nelsonville-York 9, the Green Wave of Newark Catholic 0. For Nathan Fox on camera and Eric Dean, this is Jim McCumber saying so long, everybody.